It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Vikings, Burner at wide receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Vikings and the Lions. And
we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National. The Vikings offense rested and ready coming off the open week in their schedule. And the one to watch is going to be this man, their rookie wide receiver.
And he was flat unconscious last week. I mean, all the touchdowns he had should be illegal. Something. It's crazy. I've never seen a game like that for a receiver.
Yeah, that makes two of us. All the years in the league that we've covered, we haven't seen anything even approaching that. Possibly you could have sold me if you told me a running back did it, carrying the ball. We've seen things like that before. But to have a pass catcher, incredible. I mean, that's a great season in one game.
And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. You talk about this Lions defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against...
And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year.
And the Vikings need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Vikings offense led by their wide receiver headed out for their second possession. And as we move deeper into the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a weekly basis. As you see here, he's the NFL's leader in receptions to this point of the year.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He's going to look downfield for Henry.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game.
And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really wanted him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On play action, McCarthy. Oh, that is incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense.
They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
An inside give to Jones. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The Vikings at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
They'll roll him out right. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
And now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Jones.
Escapes the defender. And a juke this time. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Now look out to the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of this season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon.
Now a first down carry by Jones.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now a 2nd and 6. Throwing is McCarthy. This one brought in by Jefferson.
They'll wind up getting just a yard, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Looking to throw McCarthy. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
87 yards.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
201 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's McCarthy. Open man, that's Henry.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From the 38 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Up the middle, Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Right back to him on first down.
Derek Barnes in on the stop.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession, and this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones.
There he goes again. He may go.
And he will. To the end zone, it's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's a jet sweep. This is Addison.
Solid footwork, but not able to get a whole lot. Brought down shy of the 10. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now, because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. But what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away, because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Vikings, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.